This spoiler-free review of Aladdin is sponsored by Tesco Bag. Tesco Bag. A bag from Tesco. Hi, I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm Tesco Bag.
And we are here to talk, spoiler-free, our thoughts of Aladdin 2019, the Disney motion picture remake of the animated 92 classic, lovingly ripped off from a film that was in development for years called The Thief and the Cobbler, and specifically based on a thousands of flipping years old Arabian Night.
With a K or an N?
I think originally K, which is weird, because it makes no sense. I don't think it comes from the Arabian Nights book specifically. I think it comes from 1,000 Days and 1,000 Nights or something is the name of the original text. But anyway, you all know the story, so we don't even need to sum it up. You probably are all very familiar with the 1992 animated motion picture from Disney. You're probably very familiar with the songs. You probably know at least one line from the movie off by heart, regardless of when you last watched it.
The movie was a pop cultural icon.
It was, indeed. So, how does its unnecessary remake fare? It's still unnecessary, I think.
Yeah, still unnecessary.
It's still unnecessary.
But what isn't?
Yeah.
What isn't?
It doesn't add anything to what already exists, because what it does well and what stands out as really good in it is stuff that is entirely its own.
But I would say that I think it is mostly pretty good.
Yeah. You know how we sometimes rate stuff that we think is alright but not brilliant, but, you know, isn't terrible, with a fine?
It's fine. I think it's better than fine.
Yeah, well, the way he was saying it's alright.
It's alright.
Just sort of one up from fine.
Yeah.
Alright. Pros and cons.
Pros and cons.
Do you know what? Everyone's anticipating this to be terrible, and I think we both were anticipating this to not be great.
You more so than I.
I love Aladdin. I adore Aladdin. I adore the stage adaptation. I love
Aladdin,
the music.
a little box that he keeps under the stairs like Harry Potter.
And here he is. Ha! Groundskeeper Willie, everyone.
Several parts of them.
I was expecting the worst, not just because I saw it as an unnecessary retread, but the track record of these live action remakes.
And also, like, the clips that they had released in the trailers didn't paint the best picture.
No.
Stop fiddling!
I'm going to give us a surface. Yeah, they really didn't. I mean, the Prince Ali clip was abysmal. In context,
it works.
I'd say in context, the sequence definitely works.
I still think that the version of the song could be about 5 to 10 BPM a little quicker, and that would just give it a bit more energy.
I mean, the other songs...
It's too slow.
All the songs from the original animated one are in here, except for the Prince Ali reprise. Cowards! So, yeah. There's a scene that basically is it beat for beat, and the whole time you're going, sing it. Sing it! Just sing! Jafar, sing! But he doesn't. And he never sings.
Never sings.
I think because everyone's expecting this, myself included, out of us to be trash,
I expected much worse.
Let's get the cons out of the way. And then do the pros. Because we were pleasantly surprised.
What's his name? Is it Mana Masood?
Who plays Aladdin?
Our
lead.
Bit of drip.
Fine in places, but as you pointed out, it depends on who he's in a scene with.
Yes.
They unlock stuff
Mana
in
Masood, sorry. Mana Masood.
They unlock charisma within him.
Yeah.
Will especially.
When he's sharing scenes with Will Smith and Naomi Scott, it definitely brings what charisma he does have out a bit more, but for the most part, he kind of doesn't have any. So the first, 15, 20 minutes of the film till we get to the genie?
I think up to the Cave of Wonders.
Yeah, it's just a bit, fine. Particularly some of the musical sequences early on, one of which has weird editing and weird overcranking for a bunch of it. Like the footage has been sped up, or made to look like it's been sped up, and it doesn't quite fit into the rest of the visual language of this version of Aladdin, and it's a bit. This is a bit weird and oddly produced and oddly choreographed and staged. And
well, I think aside from Prince Ali and maybe Friend Like Me, none of the songs are staged. They're not treated like musical numbers.
No.
They're just scenes that are shot and the characters happen to be singing, which is where I think Guy Ritchie was the bad choice for this. He and whoever edited it, or was in charge of the edit, really dropped the ball on a lot of things that would have made it a lot more spectacular.
There are some nice visuals in this, but yeah, I don't think he's got a musical director's eye for staging. Shut up, Min!
Minnie, I think, agrees, in a way.
So yeah, I think there is that. That's probably the biggest con, actually.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I didn't hate the reworking, but I think Jafar was the biggest con of the experience.
Yeah, okay.
Jafar has a different story. Jafar's not a mustache, or in this case, twisted beard twirling villain. He's and your beard is so twisted. You've not seen the original in a while, have you?
No, I
You're
haven't.
like, well, movie night. And then we'll watch the sequels. We won't ever.
Probably.
No,
Okay.
I own them, but I'll never watch them.
It's me told.
Jafar's got a more live action, this must be gritty and fleshed out kind of backstory, aside from just being a villain obsessed with power. The problem is his vice is still an obsession with power, whether he admits it or not. But they never lean hard enough into it, and as a result, what's the actor's name? He has an intensity.
I need to look this up as well.
He has an intensity. To be fair, this is a cast I've not.
Matt-
the only two cast members I've ever seen in other things from this are Naomi Scott and Will Smith. So
Yeah.
I'm unfamiliar with a lot of the cast.
Marwan Kenzari.
Marwan Kenzari. Hot Jafar, as the internet dubbed him. There's a seething hatred and intensity he has in some of the scenes that works, but the rest of the time he just felt like a bit of a damp squib.
It's kind of one note. Him and Mina Masood as Aladdin are both a bit one note.
And you don't really want your hero and villain to be vanilla, so that kind of.
So it is the female lead in Naomi Scott as Jasmine, and sort of the male co-lead with Will Smith as Genie that sort of elevate the material.
Because that's the thing, the material, when it's recreating stuff from the original, is where it suffers. It's sort of less impressive or interesting versions of scenes we've seen done and done better.
Exactly.
But when the material, and let's sort of ease into prose, material is original. So new relationships, new character interactions, things like that. That's where it shines and where it works really well.
And actually, I think that makes up a bigger chunk of the film than I thought.
Especially the second act.
Yeah.
Which was the best part of the film. The middle chunk was the best part of the film. From Friend Like Me, pretty much up to the underwater rescue.
Yeah.
I think is the best section of the film.
And it's also like most of the new stuff comes courtesy of Will Smith, Genie, and Naomi Scott, Jasmine. It's stuff for them to do, and that is what is more interesting. Like
Genie doesn't work when they're trying to recapture the Robin Williams version of the character in moments that are definitely not improvised. They're scripted moments,
but they don't actually do that often.
But that's the biggest pro of the Genies. Of the adaptation is they don't rely on those moments.
And the big blue CGI Genie isn't as off-putting as it
originally appeared. For the first 5 minutes, I think it's gross.
Once you
but then once Friend Like Me
oh,
happens, you're like,
fine.
okay, I buy it now.
Fine.
Friend Like Me is a really well realised recreation / retelling of that sequence.
Yeah.
That I think is the best that sequence could ever look in a live action version. It goes all in on the magical visuals that make no logistical sense thing, which means that sequence stands out. Will Smith is really good, actually, and again, when he's more Will Smith, it works the best. Like you're saying, I think we were saying before, like the middle portion of the movie is essentially a sequel to Hitch, and it works well as a sequel to Hitch.
Probably works better than the original Hitch.
Yeah, like Will Smith as Wingman is great.
Yeah.
And
because he's got, not only has he got charisma, but he's a force multiplier in that he brings out the charisma in those people around him.
Yeah, Aladdin's better when Genie's in a scene.
Yeah, Aladdin's better. He's got a great sort of comic relationship with
Dahlia.
The new handmaid character Dahlia, played by Perim Nadad, I think her name is.
She's great.
Nessim Pedrad.
She's great. I remember in the clip for Prince Ali, I was like, oh, great, so she's going to be the Saki best marriage of the gold. And that's still in the film.
That's
it was like,
a bit weird.
That's a weird moment where she's like...
Because it doesn't really gel with anything else
that she says or Jasmine
film,
does.
But, there's a couple of little moments like that where characters will do like odd asides and a line here and there that just doesn't quite gel.
That felt like an improv moment they just kept in.
Yeah.
That wasn't necessarily her improvising in character, but was more just her getting reaction shots for a cutaway.
Yeah. We're like, oh, we'll put that in.
She's great.
She is great.
And her stuff with Will Smith is really good.
Really good.
The Sultan's pretty great. Again, it's a very thankless role. Even the stage version, which I love so much, like the Sultan's kind of sidelined and forgotten about. He has like a couple of emotional beats, and aside from that, he's just sort of in it.
He's less comic relief in this though, which I appreciated.
Yeah,
They don't play. They like the original cartoon where they play him sort of a bit of a dotty old man,
which works for the cartoon.
But in this sort of tonal update, it wouldn't work. So they don't do that, and he is a more
That being said, I do love the cartoon version.
I do.
But you're right, for this to give
work.
weight to a real location.
Yeah.
Real, Agrabah's not real.
Yeah.
But to give weight to it, you need to believe that this is a man who leads a people.
Yeah.
And I think the moments he gets, the emotional beats he gets, he plays really well. But he's not given a lot to do.
No.
Before we get onto the MVP of this motherfucker, let's talk about our animal characters and our CGI characters.
Animal characters.
Cave of Wonders is Cave of Wonders. Slightly less interesting because it's not animated.
Yeah.
But it's still Frank Welker being all Galvatron, Megatron up in our ass. Not a Galvatron, that was Nimoy, wasn't it?
He's not.
Galvatron was Nimoy.
Galvatron was Nimoy in the film, but
Welker
in the series,
is Galvatron in the
Welker
films
takes
as
over.
well, isn't he? Because he took over as Megatron.
Oh, in the live action films, yeah.
He took over as Megatron, Hugo Weaving went yeet and left.
Yeah. No one noticed.
Yeah. No, they did. They went, hang on, Megatron suddenly sounds like he's having fun.
Oh!
We love you, Hugo Weaving, but dude, cheer up, you've been paid to do something cool. So, in terrible movies, but you're still being paid. So Cave of Wonder's fine. Frank Welker also is the voice effect for Raja again. Raja was a nice presence.
Yeah.
Again, not as emotive as the animated Raja, because it can't be, it's just a tiger, but, still nice. Abu, fine. I didn't love Abu's animation. I felt like it was a bit dead behind the eyes.
I quite liked it.
But you are a monkey, though, aren't you? You do like simians.
I mean, it's never been proven in court.
You once said to me the tail was for hanging on to. That's why you don't go for chimpanzees, because there's no tail.
Fucking slander. The slander that is being thrown
How dare
out.
you? How dare you? In print, it's libel.
It's not in print. Is it? JK? Couldn't resist that Spidey reference, could you?
Magic Carpet.
Magic Carpet.
Still the best character in the franchise, if that makes any sense.
Is it though?
Yes. Magic Carpet brings endless smiles in every iteration.
You definitely like it more than I do.
Admittedly, in the stage version, it's more of a, that's a cool visual, because the Magic Carpet's not a character in the stage version. It's literally a prop for that sequence, but it's still like the sequence where you go, oh my god, how the hell are they doing that? Whereas in the animated original, in this one, the Magic Carpet is a character and is everything it did made you go, oh.
It's a bit like. I mean, I know it's like this in the original film.
I love
but
Carpet.
The thing that people will more recently be reminded of is Doctor Strange's cloak from Doctor Strange.
Yeah. But Carpet's the OG.
But yeah, I mean, it's a recreation of OG Carpet, but
Alan Tudyk's Iago is fine, yes. Iago is sadistic as he was in the original, which is entertaining. He's not as talkative because he's a real parrot. And Iago is used more for set pieces and kind of our visual narrative through line through a lot of the film. Anything set in the palace, Iago is used as a visual aid for the story flow.
Sneaky little spying bastard.
Yes. It does feel weird to hear him speak when he does sort of say little phrases, because you are like, I'm just thinking how much funnier this was when it was Gilbert Gottfried, but Tudyk does a really good job as sort of the upcoming next generation of Frank Welker.
Iago.
He's like a leaf on the wind.
He likes to watch.
Watch him watch. Ooh. The best thing about this movie, hands down, and the MVP is Naomi Scott as Princess Jasmine. Jasmine is fantastic. A lot of the reviews last week were saying like Scott is immediate movie star vibes come from this. And I was like, alright, calm down. And then she comes on screen.
Sure.
She's doing everything. She's hands down the best performance in this movie because she's doing it all. And I don't mean that in like a, she's doing it, she's acting. No,
she's
literally,
doing acting.
The rest of them pale in comparison to her.
She just lights up the fucking screen when she comes
Human Will Smith, charismatic as hell. Human Will Smith, charismatic as hell. Will Smith is human genie, charismatic as hell. I can't remember the actor's name again, but Dahlia, entertaining, brilliant, comedic timing is fantastic. Deadpan delivery, when it's all sort of like, these are the things that I've dripped off since childhood, sort of stuff. That was great. But Naomi Scott is phenomenal for several reasons. One, actually looks like she's singing when the character's singing. She takes Speechless, which I listened to on the soundtrack on its own before watching this, and I didn't like.
I found a lot with the stuff that I had heard audio of before going into the film didn't work, but in context with the visuals, it almost all works. Because it is so tied into the visuals of the film, which, is a good thing and a bad thing for a musical, but Speechless particularly really pops when you actually see what Naomi Scott's doing with it, particularly in the reprise.
Yeah, which is great. It's very rare that a reprise is the longer version as well.
It's actually got a real emotional punch to it.
And the dialogue scene after that as well. Because of her and the Sultan, it's just so well played.
The changes they've made to Jasmine have made her much more of a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, previous Jasmine's more of a fairy tale princess.
Yeah.
With attitude and a character that is really engaging, but this Jasmine, you not only get her needs and her desires, but you understand them. You understand why she wants to be what she wants to be. It's not just a case of I want my own identity and the freedom to be me. It's I want to have the freedom to use the power that I apparently have to do better for the world and the people of Agrabah. And that's great. And Naomi Scott sells it so well.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like when the inevitable ending, sort of spoilers, but the inevitable ending of, Jasmine and Aladdin getting together at the end. What? Shock horror. Happens. It's not just those kids, they made it work in the end, isn't this sweet? It's, they are going to be the best rulers this kingdom has ever had, and they are going to take good care of everybody, and they're going to be incredible. Well, she is.
He's just going to...
And he's going to be the pretty arm candy on her side.
I'm a prince.
I'm a prince now. Prince Ali of Ababwa. At no point did anyone say Prince Abubu. Let me down.
Hanna-Barbera still got the trademark.
If you get that, comment down below. In the meantime, I give it a sort of cozy 3 stars out of 5 stars. 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It's fine. It's nice 6 out of 10. Good time.
It's decent.
Probably never going to buy it. I'm probably never going to seek it out. But if it's, if it's on TV, I certainly would not turn over. I'd be like, go on. I'll watch that.
But more Naomi Scott in things, please.
Yes. Although pay her a lot of money and give her a really good script to justify her agent signing her on for a Power Rangers sequel. Because I would still like that. But her being so amazing in this probably means that'll never happen. But if Elizabeth Banks can sign on to that and be Rita Repulsa, I'm sure Naomi Scott could come back as Kimberly.
Elizabeth Banks.
The script is good.
Is a very good sport.
Miss Pratt! I'm a photographer. I can see that.
I'm going to take a sideways step
to Tesco
out
bag.
The door.
Have you seen Aladdin? What are your thoughts? Spoiler free or nah, brah? Let us know down in the comments below. And if you want a spoiler-filled discussion on Aladdin, check out episode 153 of the Big Damn Cast, which will be our spoiler review of Aladdin. But before that, a massive discussion of all of Disney's animated classics and what is the best one.
153, son!
He's rubbing up against me.
153!
I can feel his magic lamp. See you later.
It grants wishes.